How's it going, everybody? My name is Philip, and today I'm going to be reacting to the history of the AFL. Now, this is the rivals side of it, not just the teams. And I think there's probably another section now that I actually look at it. I did the teams last video, and I'm doing the rivalries now. So I'm sure that there was another section that went into more detail for, I guess, in total. Or just like a different version of the history and anyways, point is, today I'm going to be looking at the rivalries. I love rivalries. I think any sports fan really loves rivalries, you know, because here in MLS, the best rivalry with the most history in specifically MLS is San Jose versus LA Galaxy. And I say most history because we go back from San Jose Clash before they were the Earthquakes to the rebranding of the Earthquakes, you know, from 97 all the way till now. There's a lot of history, you know, and then you could argue that very convincingly that Seattle Portland is the best rivalry now, which it's hard to say otherwise at the moment because those games are always amazing to watch, you know, and San Jose LA have died down just because it just seems like at some point people stopped caring. Like, I don't know what it has been, but like we always have the beat LA chant, but like I don't know if okay, so it's most likely not the people, but it feels like when like management changed, they got people, like they got players in that just didn't have that same like fight that they normally would have against the Galaxy. It's fizzled out, which sucks. You know, the fans know it. Or at least San Jose knows it. I think LA doesn't care anymore. I think that's part of the thing as well. Like LA, they don't care. It's like, oh, whatever. It's just San Jose, and we're just like, fuck you, LA, fuck you. We're like the little brothers, and we're just like, no, we want to play. Okay, that's probably not the best now. Anyways, point is, let's see, because I know they said the Western Coast. Oh crap! Was it the Crows? The Crows are the Hawks, and then, anyways, on the west coast of Australia, and then there's Adelaide, and then maybe the Sydney Swans and the Suns, maybe, or maybe it was someone else. I don't know. I'm still trying to get my head fully wrapped around all the teams, yeah, let's check out the rivalries. I think it's gonna be really fun. Oh, damn. I really, like I said last video, I really need to watch classic fucking AFL games.
122-year history, the AFL has seen its fair share of fierce rivalries,
yeah,
many of which are as
Dockers and the
as they
Hawks
have ever been. The longest-standing traditional rivalries would have to be those featuring some of the big Victorian teams in the league. Carlton v Collingwood is without doubt one of the strongest rivalries.
I think I've heard that one, yeah.
While Hawthorn and Essendon have built a strong dislike for one another, originally built on a number of grand final matchups between the teams in the early 80s. The rivalry would reach its tipping point in the 2004 Line in the Sand game, when the match turned into total chaos as a massive brawl broke out.
Ooh.
It is on everywhere in here, boys. Spot fires all over the place.
Jeez. I mean, they can't, but they are. What the hell? There's actually room for that?
He's going to get it. He's going to get another kick. There's Jacobs, and look at Crow.
Damn.
Well, Steve, what do you think?
18 players would be charged by the AFL tribunal following the game.
Jeez.
Rivalries in the AFL take on a whole new meaning.
It's basically the entire team, right?
Victoria, however, with all other states being two-team towns. This means any success or failure these teams achieve will be compared to their cross-town rivals. In Western Australia, the West Coast Eagles and Fremantle Dockers face off in the Western Derby. Fremantle entered the AFL in 1995, 8 years after the Eagles. In those 8 years, the Eagles had become a powerhouse of the competition, winning 2 premierships and playing in 3 grand finals. and when the Dockers entered the league, West Coast were determined to remain the best team in the West. The Eagles would go on to win the first 9 Western Derbies from 1995 to 1999. Fremantle finally broke through for their first win over West Coast in the second Derby of the 1999 season, and would have their own run of Derby dominance, winning 15 of the 20 games between 2006 and 2015.
That's a
Some
very
of the
good
most
run.
controversial derbies include the Demolition Derby in 2000, when a number of fights and a massive brawl broke out.
Okay. I love that it's called the Demolition Derby. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Holy crap.
11 players were punished as a result of the brawl, including Fremantle's Dale Kickett, who was suspended for 9 games.
Damn.
Goes Fletcher, claimed immediately, and we'll have a bounce, and again it's off. And God let one.
Okay, I have to say, the colorful jersey,
While
the
in
one with the
2018,
orange,
the two
they look a lot like the Toon Squad jersey. I think the newest one with fucking LeBron James. I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen the jersey. That just looks like the Toon Squad jersey. Like, what the fuck?
two teams came to blows again after West Coast's Andrew Gaff punched 18-year-old Fremantle player Andrew Brayshaw in the face.
Ooh.
Brayshaw suffered a broken jaw and severe damage to his teeth. Once Brayshaw's teammates had realised what had happened, they had one objective in mind for the rest of the game: get Gaff.
I mean, that's fair.
And Palatine had him lined up. It's a free kick and things are starting to boil over.
Oh, I think I saw that injury on the injury video.
Gaff was throwing his weight around all those years ago.
50 metres, where's the ball? Fremantle, come with me, it's a 50 metre
Lost the last couple of goals, and that man Andrew Gaff is going to be the focus.
I love it when people stand up for their teammates like that. That's...
Gaff digging deep.
Oh!
Ryan and Johnson. A volatile situation. Combustible.
I have a hard time feeling sorry for the dude. Because he literally punched the kid. And they were lucky that they didn't smack heads.
Gaff would be suspended for 8 games, and as a result, he missed out on the Eagles' premiership win that year. After 50 games, the current Derby record sits at 30 wins for West Coast and 20 for Fremantle.
Ooh,
In
you know they're
South
not going to let
Australia,
that,
the Adelaide
let
Crows
that
and Port Adelaide Power
go.
go head-to-head in the showdown. The Power joined the AFL in 1997, 6 years after the Crows, and caused a major upset when they won the first showdown by 11 points. In round 5, 2002, the Power beat the Crows by 8 points, but the real action took place later that night when players from both sides crossed paths at a local hotel, and sure enough, a fight soon broke out. Perhaps the biggest showdown of all time occurred in 2005 when the Crows and Power met in a semi-final. With stakes at an all-time high, the Crows smashed the Power by 83 points, not only ending Port Adelaide's season, but also giving the Crows a perfect 3-from-3 record in showdowns that season. The
Damn.
showdown is considered by some to be the greatest rivalry in the AFL. From 47 meetings, the record currently sits at 24 wins for
Oh, they're pretty even on that.
for Port Adelaide.
Damn.
Queensland, the Brisbane Lions and the Gold Coast Suns face off in the Q Clash.
Okay, so it's the
24
Lions
years
and the Suns,
Brisbane
not
were
the
only
Swans.
AFL
Okay.
side from Queensland. From 1987 to 1996 as the Brisbane Bears, and from 1997 onwards as the Brisbane Lions, following a merge with Victorian side Fitzroy. In 2011, this all
Okay, I didn't mention this in the last one. How did people feel about the merger? Because I know that there's if my team merged with another team, I think I would be pissed. You know, like I was pissed when my team left for Houston, but like I feel like if my team merged and so we were the San Jose Tigers or some shit, I was like, no, that's not my team. My team was the Earthquakes. You know, like I just feel like a merger seems a bit weird. But I mean, if people were okay with it, like I don't know how long did it take for people to officially be okay with it? Because I mean, you know, especially when you're loyal, super diehard, it's a bit strange.
changed as the Gold Coast Suns joined the AFL. While many have said that the Q Clash is a manufactured rivalry that lacks the spite of Western derbies and showdowns, it can't be denied that the strength of the rivalry has grown over the years. In fact, when the
LA
number of
Galaxy, LAFC.
Didn't need to play on there. He had Robinson right there with him, and he keeps going.
Ooh.
He has flattened Stephen Martin, mate, and Stephen Martin has been laid out and hasn't moved.
After 18
Jeez.
meetings, the record currently sits at 12 wins for Brisbane and 6 wins for Gold Coast. In New South Wales, the Sydney Swans and Greater Western Sydney
Giants,
go
okay.
head-to-head in the Battle of the Bridge. Much like Brisbane in Queensland, the Swans were the only AFL team in New South Wales for 30 years after they relocated from South Melbourne in 1982. The Giants joined the AFL in 2012, making the Battle of the Bridge the youngest of the crosstown rivalries in the AFL. The bad blood between the teams began to grow when the Swans recruited league superstar Lance Franklin. Many believed that Franklin was set to sign with the Giants, but GWS were forced to withdraw from the race for Franklin's services after their rivals offered a whopping 9-year, $10 million deal. Unlike most of the other crosstown rivalries in the AFL, the Swans and Giants have faced off in finals a number of times, with GWS winning both games.
And the Little Brothers, they lead the champs. GWS 3-4, Sydney 3-3, and now Buddy and Stevie J exchanging pleasantries.
After 18 games, the record sits at 11 wins for the Swans and 7 wins for the Giants.
Okay. I mean, but if the Giants beat them in the finals more often, it don't matter what happens, you know, in the full season. Like in moments that matter, in games that matter, you're always gonna hold that above them, and that's always the best part. That's always the best part about it. That was definitely really cool. I've been having a lot of fun learning about the history in the game. Like, so I've said in the last episode, I have a couple of the finals recorded coming up, and I'm excited to watch them. I'm not going to be able to watch them live because it's just way too early in the morning for me, and I do need to sleep, especially since I have to wake up at 5 in the morning. On days that I have to work, I have to wake up at 4 in the morning. I have to be at work at 5. It's stupid and ridiculous, but it pays. So, you know, I will shut up about that. It's definitely a lot of fun to learn about this. It does suck that I just found out about this rather than definitely finding out about it when it first started. You know, like back in March, from what I understand. Too bad I'm really bummed that I'm finding out about it this late into the season. You know, it sucks, but it is what it is. It just means that I have a little bit more time to learn about the game and watch from the beginning in March, which is going to be so much fun. Except for I'm probably going to have to fucking buy like the season pass or whatever online in order to be able to watch Port Adelaide. Because like I said, that's the team that I chose. As you can tell, I have a lot of blue. Except for my Iron Man poster in the back. That's like the only thing that's not blue. Basically. I just realized my walls. It's not the same shade, but it's close. I don't know how I never noticed my walls as well. I've lost my mind. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe for more, leave a like rating, and I will see you guys in the upcoming videos. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later.